Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? Today I'll be reading Juniper's Knot, which is a game that I've had kind of sitting around for a while. I've got actually quite a few visual novels that I have always been intending to read but never got around to reading. It's kind of the nature of the medium, I think, that you end up collecting things to read but you never read them. I guess that's sort of a result of smartphones, the entertainment that can be gained so much more easily from like social media. So this is one of the oldest on my list. Bedtime story while I'm at work, all right. Hey, grass hair. So I don't actually know much about the story because it's so old. It's been on my list for so long that I don't remember anything about it. I took a look at how long it takes, and it seems to be pretty short. It says like half an hour, but you know, when you read things out loud, it can be possibly twice as long. So let's say this is probably going to be like an hour long story. So, well, let's just get started then. Much of these stone walls and floors have weathered into dirt and dust, revealing the foundation. Much of the ceiling, too, has crumbled to the ground, layering in flecks and bits. Below me now is such tired soil. Tired, tired soil. Ha. There isn't much to do here but burn dead leaves and wait. Watch the smoke rise, curl up fresh, and tickle the inside of your nose. Dull as bones, it is. But what can I do? I'm stuck. Some might say cursed. I'd rather say bound. I don't like to think very much about it. I kneel to the small fire I've started, taking up a few embers and loam into my palm. It's this glow that stirs me and reminds me that my heart is still beating. I bring the scorched earth close to my face, shut my eyes, and breathe it in. I taste it and spit. Hi, Lil G. I just started the story. It seems to be setting the scene right now. It's barren. I'm probably going to wait here forever. What? There's an unnatural rustling not far off. West? West, eh? What is it? Who? Another? Here? My eyes sharpen and my ears perk up. I feel my heart thumping in my throat. Should I be forward? Give a call? Would that work? Cry out, plead. Help, help, damsel. A fool sort of lie. Would that work? No. Go still. Listen. Just listen. Whatever it is, it's right busy about here. Noise is tumbling rough from old doorways. Chests wide open. Shops and homes are explored. A scavenger, then? Someone found this place? Don't know if I've heard of this game before. It's a relatively old game. It came out in 2012, which is kind of surprising. Hearing these sounds is just odd. It shouldn't be odd, but it is. Strange. I should remember such sounds. Oh, the noise is getting closer. Is it? Am I imagining this? No, it's surely in the manor, now, poking around the kitchen and lounge. It's kind of interesting, the language is not, well, it's intentionally, I guess, archaic or trying to be poetic. I decide on the chance that it will find its way to the ballroom to stand. I take a good posture and await this new company. And to my surprise, he shows up at the door within the next minute. A boy? A man? What kind of things again? You got it right. It's a boy. Well, from the half sprite I can see. He's carrying a pack and has a bottle on his waist. Maybe he's a traveler then. Doesn't look like he's noticed me yet. He's just wandered in, stare adrift. After a few steps, I catch his eye. He moves a little closer to look me in the face, and then some more to see my feet. He stops there. He's staring now, and doing nothing more. Come here! As if realizing something, he stiffens. His heart beats loud in the air. I need your help, so come on, come here! And from what little I understand, this is a demon, right? Of some kind with these horns. So this is totally the come here and I'll eat you kind of thing. He doesn't bend. What is he up to? What does he think this is? I speak again, this time with a little bite. The hell are you waiting for, tit? Oh, have I been rude? Have I been rude? Oh well. You are cordially invited to move your dumb legs. Also, it's suddenly loud. Okay. I think that's better. For the first conversational words I've spoken in centuries. They could have been worse. He shakes with fear and stands back. A fiend? Slow, are you? What does it matter? What are you pissing your trousers for? Get over here! For a demon that hasn't spoken in centuries, their speech is quite modern. Ah, no way! You'll eat my soul! I'll what? A smile cracks along my face. Huh. Your soul? Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my! When was it I last laughed like this? I grin so brightly, watching, chuckling, while he shrinks back a little and a little more. Now, person, you're just perfect. A jester! Won't you lend an ear? Before I eat your soul! At my laughter, he glares. Steeling himself, he answers me. You're not catching me, demon. Got that? I've read the stories. I'm tired, but I ain't stupid. Am I that famous? God mercy, I left the mark. You know what I mean. Hell, I really don't. Fiends, devils, demons, all y'all. I know how it is. And how is it? You're all foul, and you try to trick people. Trick you? Trick? Oh, I really just can't believe it. What's happened in the years I've been gone? And what if I'm not trying to trick you, person? What if I just want to hear you? Just want to hear me? What the hell? Like, what's it you've read, lad? Do tell. I'd love to hear a story. I'm a little bored. Hey, Adoki. I think I'll just leave. You turn tail on a bloodthirsty, wicked fiend? Look, I know something dirty when I see it. You ain't fooling no one. He's so precious. Alright. I'll tell you what. Like all us fiends, devils, demons, and plainly trying to win your extravagant soul through my dastardly wit. Honest and true, I'm a rook. But please, please, at the very least, tell me of what you've read. Why the hell do you want to listen to me so much? Because I am bored in your voice, I swoon. Bah, horse feathers. I really do want to listen. Would you be so kind? Ah, he's genuinely considerate. Such a delight. I do want to hear him. In the meantime, I look him over a little more finely. He's got a fair face, but through the fabric of his shirt I can see that he's muscled. A surprise! Even the soldier boys seem a bit lean back in the days I rode at Marley. I wonder what Marley is, or is this gonna get some kind of backstory? My week's been pretty good, Adoki. Hope yours been good as well. I wonder what it is he does. He smells like an animal, in the most pleasant way that can be said. It's quite good. Also, he has the faintest scent of watercress about him, mingled with black oil. What a peculiar lad. Watercress, black oil? Animals? Is he a cook or something? Ha. Hmm? I'd really better not stick around. I guess I can tell you some things, though. Yeah, I guess I can tell you. Long as you stay put, you hear? What's keeping me from you is more powerful than I care to challenge, person. Yeah, right. Whatever. Here's a story. One from a book I read a lot when I was little. Oh, pardon. I find it very hard to think of you any littler. Quiet. There was a cobbler in Whitaker who had nothing to eat. He was poorer than dirt, and he didn't have a girl, and it made him real sore. He didn't have a girl? A dame, a sweetheart. He didn't have a wife. Ah, continue. Like, there's some words that this demon understands and some words that this demon does not understand it. Where did this demon learn to talk? Oh, hey Prince Ali. It has been a while. Welcome back. Hope your life has been good. While he was walking down the alley, he met this man. He had on a dark cloak with a hood that covered his eyes, and the cobbler couldn't make heads or tails of it. He stopped and asked the cloaked man if he'd like his shoes worked on. That's stupid. Why would he do that? Because he needed all the work he could get. Yeah, just asking random people if I can work on your shoes. Well, he should have gone ruining shoes if that's what if what he needed was work. That's certainly a way to think of it. The cloaked man said he wasn't wearing shoes, but he could use a new pair. But obviously the cobbler is a cobbler, so he don't make shoes. He tells him that. Cobblers don't make shoes? I thought they would make shoes. And the cloaked man says, actually, I could really use some new shoes. The cobbler looks at him weird and says he can get them if the guy's sick. What's the relation here? Bahamas was beautiful this summer. I found the love of my life, returned to my family. I'm happy, great time. Whoa. Sounds like you've been living a whole life. That's good to hear. And the cloaked man says, would you do that? I'd do something for you then. And the cobbler says, like what? And the cloaked man says, perhaps anything. He leans forward darkly as he says this. I smirk at the action. Now, I know what you're thinking. I've heard this one before, and I know how it goes. Well, you don't. Actually, I don't think I've heard of this one before. Because the cobbler says, perhaps not. And he walks away. How exciting? But here's the thing. While he's walking, he notices the alley's longer than usual. He doesn't think about it though. Thinks he's just tired from work and keeps walking. But while he's walking, he sees another man in a cloak. He stops and asks if the man could use his shoes getting worked on, and the cloaked man says he doesn't have any shoes. Oh, are we doing an endless loop? What's the name of the VN? It's Juniper's Knot. In the title, you can see it. The cobbler stops and looks at him, and says he'd better get moving. The cloaked man says he could really use some new shoes. And while he's moving, you know? I nod. We meet another guy with a cloak? He keeps running into this man in a cloak, and he can't find the end of the alley. Actually, every time it takes longer and longer till he sees the man in the cloak. On the 8th time he runs into the man, he stops and asks, "What's the game?" And the cloaked man looks at him with yellow eyes. Says he could really use some new shoes. For what? The cobbler says. I don't know, the cloaked man says. Perhaps anything. What do you want? The cobbler knows exactly what he wants, but fiends have yellow eyes, and he knows a fiend. Are these eyes yellow? Tut! Nonsense! I actually sighed hearing that. So what you're telling me, if this story is anything good to adhere to, is that I might have already trapped you. Dunno. I don't think you did. Why not? He shrugs. I don't think you did. So if this guy tries to leave, we'll run into each other again and like meet 8 times in a row. I really must say, your manner of storytelling is queer. What? Wow. He just got dissed. It's strange. Oh. I don't know. It's just very strange to my ears. I guess. How's your story end? The cobbler gets desperate and makes a pact with the fiend to get new shoes by the next day. The fiend will give him gold for him to do that. Sounds like a pretty normal job. Hey, I need these new shoes. Here, I'll pay you. Can you get me those shoes? So the fiend gives him the gold, but he doesn't make it. The fiend traps him in the alley so he can't leave. His soul is taken and he's damned. Did the fiend really need to give him the gold then? The fiend eats his soul and leaves the alley for a farm. A farm? Yeah, I know. I snort. That's comedy. I think it's supposed to mean something, but point is, don't get cut off with fiends, no matter what. I don't think that story was the best way of showing that you shouldn't get caught up in fiends. You're getting caught up with a fiend right now. Well, you don't feel right. I what? He shakes his head. Nothing. I look at him and try to figure him out. Figure out his opinions and his story. In the time he's told it, he seems to have taken another idea of me. I'm not sure why that is either. I appreciate you telling me that story. Don't mention it. So opaque. You still wary of me? Yeah, a little. I frown. Well. Do you want me to tell you another story? The unsolicited offer throws me. Is he really asking? Yeah, really, is he really asking? But no, if I'm too eager, I can't ask for that. No, I pause. No, I'm fine. If you say so, I'm gonna go now. Go? Yeah. I have to go, so I'm going. Ah. He begins to turn around. Stay, please, stay, please! I won't take your soul, honest, I won't! And then, like an idiot, I move my hand out, reaching for him with singular wanting. I move past the 2nd meter, past the circle's edge with my fingers, and withdraw with the start as they're set afire. Dropping to my knees, I scream. I cry out and howl, clutching the flames and smothering them. Okay, so this fiend can't leave the area. Tears crawl down my face and I snarl with pain. I shut my eyes and moan. I hear him step a bit closer. You're stuck there? Looking up at him from the ground, I feel my teeth chattering. Oh no. I know why I want him to stay. Yes, I know. To rend him. Because as if it just wasn't so funny enough that vines sweat down from the walls and grass is born through stone so cold just outside this putrid circle. Now there's a human breathing before me. Comedy. Everywhere but here. But near to me, to my desolating blood. Rend is a new word for me. In this context, it's kind of different. Rend is kind of like a rip, I guess. These years have damned me, cut and clawed beneath my skin. Scars invisible, but nevertheless blighting. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate the feeling it gives to my heart, and the strength it takes in kind. I hate it! My flesh heats, and I look away from him. Looking into his eyes enrages me. Boy, this is a mood shift. How long have you been here? Long enough to beg. Long enough. You here? Too long. I've been in this stinking pile. It doesn't matter to you. I want to know. And he's totally fine talking here as long as he's outside of the circle. I wonder what he's thinking about seeing this being that he's supposed to be super scared of, but who's stuck inside a circle. Is it like when we look inside a zoo and we see all of those dangerous predators, but they're, you know, on the other side of the glass? Sorry, miss. Miss? I take a look at my clicking, stuttering hand, my sight still blurred with tears. It's sizzling, small blazes dance between the fingers. I take my tongue to it, soothing the burns. You're a bold one, calling me a flap? What, huh? No, you're no flapper, lady? It means something different now? This is just what you're supposed to call older ladies, out of respect. Lapping the flames from the back of my hand, I glance at him. That right. Are you okay? I suck my ring finger and squint. What's that? Alright? Fine? Is that okay? Alright? Huh. Alright. I am a fiend, yes? Heal fast. Though I can still feel it snap and pop in the joints. I whistle cool air through my digits and take myself from the ground. Are you going to stay? I could. Oh. Thank you. I'm actually lost right now. Lost? Lost is it? Lost, huh. That's sweet irony. Well, I don't think you're gonna get any directions from her. She can't leave this place. She probably forgets what the whole place looks like. Don't look so addled, person. The irony is quite obvious here, isn't it? He squints. Think. After all, I cannot even be lost. Forever and ever, I'll know where I am. And where I am is... stuck. I laugh again, but he doesn't find it funny. He doesn't seem to find much of anything at all. I quit it, wiping away a figurative tear. Ha. Oh. I know this place so intimately it read in your face. He jerks and gives his head a shake. If you... if you know where this is, do you know where's more? So earnest. Don't know what more is? I know Moors. Moors? Hi, Moors. Moors you follow? I don't know what those are. My, ain't this a right dizzy jig we're dancing? Time's making fools of us both, huh? His look's a bit hazy, as though he's having a hard time keeping his eyes fresh. I turn my head silently. What's more, person? Where I was born. Live. A town? A new town? City. Think it's been there for a while. Well, you're talking to someone who hasn't talked to anyone in, like, centuries, was it? that right. He doesn't speak, and I glance over just quickly enough to catch him at the end of nodding. Did you know? This place was a moor for a time. Miss, I don't know what is that? It is a dead place. A wet place. I too was born in a moor. Can't your stomach read a mood? Bleeding hell, I was about to tell a tale. Sorry. You're hungry, is it? Starving. Us fiends here, we only eat souls. And only for pleasure. Quit joking. Choking. Hey, you got any food? Do you think? She just said that they only eat souls. Oh, you got any food? Do I have any souls? What are you blithering on about now? I look like I got food? I don't got any food, idiot! However, here. I thrust out my hands just before the barrier, palms up. Give me the chestnuts in your pack. I smell them. He hesitates. Why? So I can gobble them up? What do you think? I'll cook them for you. How? By like setting your hands on fire and then using that fire to cook the chestnuts? They're not long from the branch or the ground, smells like. You haven't cooked them. And nor have you eaten them. You prefer the taste of them cooked? He nods, slowly. I twitch my fingers, waiting. Is there something you want, for this? Your company for the morning, till noon. That's it? I nod. Okay. Deal. There was an effect there. There was an effect there. And the word deal is bolded. I think this was a bad idea. Person. His words spoken like a knell. It resonates deeply, echoing, and shakes ash from the walls. Startled, the boy covers his mouth. Deal, was it? Deal with the devil? I smile. Here. Did I just... you made a pact. Shaking his head, he sighs. Wordlessly, carefully, he takes off his pack and opens it up. Withdrawing a bushel of nuts in his two hands, he moves forward. I look down at him, still waiting, and with steady movements he brings his hands to mine. He holds my gaze and I don't move at all. But I do think, I do think, wait, couldn't I just, you know, eat his soul? Quickly just eat his soul? My hands tense, but it ends with a thought. He drops the heap into my palms. My fingers curl around it. Again, I turn up my lips. Seeing this, he hops back. Give me a moment. I take all but one into my left hand, holding the last between my right thumb and forefinger. Opening my mouth, I bring it between my teeth and puncture it with one of my fangs. I bite through the shell, making a rough cut from one end to the other, and take it out. Observing the inner flesh of it, I spit out the shreds. Satisfied, I go on to carve the second, third, fourth, and so on. Dang, if I were the boy, I would not want to eat that. It sounds like you're just getting, the leftovers after a demon's kind of eating it. To not think is the art of thinking of nothing to think about it, but in actuality, the act of not thinking is thinking of not thinking. You're thinking some really, really difficult thoughts, Silver Comet. Raisins would be nice, but I'm sure souls must be even tastier, right? When I've finished, I hold the chestnuts aloft and make a hearth of my hands. This'll take a while, person, but not so long. Might we talk some? Sure. Then have a seat. Where did we leave off before your stomach so rudely interrupted? He sits, chin on his knees and eyes half-lidded. more something? Ah, yes, I'll tell you a story about Moors in return for yours. Though, rather than a story, a chat'd be nice, eh? Save you a story for a bit later. More soup-like? It'd be kind of like, is this bad to say? I feel like souls are more like gas. If we were to talk about the three, like it's not a solid, it's not a liquid, it's more of a gas, right? So what would it be like? Would it be like smoking? What do you want to talk about? Mars. Oh, right. Yeah, well, you haven't explained what it is yet. My more, mine. There really isn't much to say, come to think of it. You're the one who started the conversation. Oh, but there really isn't much to say. You said you were born there? Aye, like all fiends, I was born in waste. You've read about us, aye? About how we make barren anything, anywhere we stand, unconsciously drain life from earth for our sustenance? Huh. Pallid land and caliginous loft, air crawling low and damp with miasma, the pith of plants choked sterile. Sounds like pretty difficult life to live if you want to eat souls, but you're like killing everything around you. I feel my face twisting to scowl. Sounds, yeah, not the best. It sounds hideous. I know because it is. Did you grow up there? Huh, a neat question. I did. Had a mother and father. Always got me wondering. Is this where I'll be when I get old? A bloody Moor? Ha. Guess not. You left it then. Left it for many places. What was it like growing up there? Tedious. Maybe I shouldn't have brought this up at all. You just don't want to talk about it. That's okay. No, it's not a matter of okay. There's just not much of anything to talk about. It's all very colorless. What about yours? My what? Your more. Oh, it's not really anything special, just your typical city. Typical to me is not the same to you. Well, it's big, loud. Streets are packed with folks. Lots of smoke and brick. My mom and pop run a farm near there, 'cause they're crazy. Oh, is that where your scent's from? My scent? You smell like herbs and horses. It's quite adorable. You also smell like black oil, but I'm not sure where from. City's pretty modern. I have to list canisters of oil from place to place every Wednesday. Oh, tough. Do you know what oil is? It's been centuries. He nods. Huh. Very tough. Hey, knock it off, will ya? I do hard work. He kind of slurs his sentence, but is nevertheless determined to appear strong. I believe you. For your noble, strong efforts, I think it's time for your story. You ready? He shrugs. I clear my throat and loosen up my shoulders somewhat, poising my fire hand dramatically. Did you know that stars sometimes act as rain in the night sky? You mean like a meteor shower? Hush. I've heard of it, but never seen it. Same here, actually. I don't think I've ever actually seen a meteor shower. I guess living in the city means that, you don't really see stars often anyway. Well, I mean, okay, you see the brightest stars, but you don't see many stars. Well, I've heard of it and know it because I've seen it. I would hope that someone who's lived for hundreds of years and has nothing to do but stare at the sky would have seen it. Yeah, light pollution. Imagine this, thousands of lights, and they all bleed along the cold cerulean mare above. Slowly, very slowly. Follow? They're so very slow as they make that long stretch out above you. You hardly notice their drag. It is an impeccable slowness. Imagine. Oh, so not a meteor shower, but more like the way that the stars move you know, throughout the seasons. He nods very slowly and nods in another way, drifting into my memory. And flash! I flare the fire in my hand, the chestnuts wax, splitting, crackling. He jumps, the light catching his eyes. Flash, haha, flash, flash! So, she could technically cook chestnuts faster, but she isn't. With each of these words, I stoke the flames. They look up and dance wildly. Each single brilliant streak cuts through the lights, independent and free. And then, it dies. The magic in my palm fades and sighs. Well, if we're talking about stars dying, isn't it the fact that all of the stars that we see in the sky right now are, dead? Because we're seeing them from light years away? It pulses, fades, fades. His eyes glaze over. Like this. Like a heart's last beating. Death is quick to these stars. And yes, death is quick to humans as well! Straying my eyes from the light, but they so turned. I hadn't noticed. I gaze upon the boy. Say, person, that's sorrowful to you? Huh? He thinks of an answer. It is. Are you just saying that? I don't think you actually care about the feelings of these stars. There isn't a right answer, person. You don't have to consider it like there is one. You think it's sorrowful? I do. That's interesting. Truly interesting. I end the fire, leaving the chestnuts to cool. I blow on them and breathe on them, ears twitching. These are done now. I hold them out to him. You know, she's really lucky that it's this guy that came and found her. He seems to be abnormally nice. My end of the bargain's met. And you know what? I'll do you a favor. I'll go ahead and roast the rest of your chestnuts in my fire here. I motion to the dead leaves. I'll do this for free. For no deal. All that's left now is for you to stay. Squinting, he waits a little, but soon enough crawls forward on his hands and calves, his pack in tow. He stops at the edge of the circle and takes the fruits from my hand. He looks at me, wearing a kind of ugly expression. What? Settling onto his rear, he keeps looking at me, but a bit less ugly. He seems to be wondering something. Eventually, he looks at the nuts in his hand instead, his face softening. He shells one and pops it into his mouth. His face flushes naturally, chews a little. He pushes his pack into the circle with his foot, shifts back a few feet, and speaks. Which part of that was the story, miss? Well, look at that. You aren't entirely daft. I take up the bag from the ground, shake it a little. Doesn't smell like there's anything more in chestnuts in here. I open it up and check, sure enough finding the things in excess, some with burrs still on, some still green. I toss those ones. I still rummage through it just in case there might be something of interest. There's not. 'Twas a preamble, 'twas. There's a story to it, certs. I told you I've seen this. Blinking, he nods. With a hollow sound, I crack one of the chestnuts apart in my mouth. If there's that many chestnuts, I'm just imagining, throughout telling this story, grabs the chestnuts, opens with mouth, and then continues talking. Grabs chestnut, opens it in mouth. I grow the fire at my feet and drop it in there. No more flashy tricks now. As I reiterate these actions, I speak to the boy. I was not alone with those stars then. I was with another miss. Dropping another into the fire, I watch it fall. My eyes lose some of their color. She was fair, young, and human. A perfect miss. Such a charming girl. We would dance together and sing, press close when unseen. I was fascinated with her, I think, and so, when she'd gotten melancholy, I brought her from town and to those stars. And this was back before she was trapped in the circle, I guess, the barrier. I had the ache in my knees, knew the eventide would be crying, and had figured the beauty of it would settle her. The boy constricts his brow, chewing somewhat sadly. Oh, not to worry, not to worry. It did. It did. He swallows. I've never understood the custom of man. I've always been free-thinking, and never bound to the thoughts of others. My actions that night. No, my actions altogether. None took kindly to it when she returned. What happened? What happened? What? Well, after I took her back to town, she was plowed and beaten and beaten and beaten and plowed and beaten and beaten until she could not move or breathe. The boy stares, a nut in his hand, held stiff only so near to his parted lips. I buried her under the sky where I last saw her smiling. He closes his mouth into a frown. A century later, I returned to her spot and found an olive tree grown there. It was the sickest thing, gnarled and twisted it was. Furious, I razed the entire plant. Its trunk, its bark, its branches and leaves. I scorched its roots. Would have torn out the roots, though refrained to not disturb her. Yet last I'd seen, it remained, alive, born fruit, and uglier than before. Isn't that the most wonderful story one can tell? Is this really the kind of story you want to tell here? No! Huh. I dropped the last of the chestnuts into the leaves. Didn't you mess up the guys who did it? Mess up? You're a fiend. You didn't eat them? I didn't eat them. What happened to them doesn't matter to the story. I want to know. I don't want to tell. Seriously, miss? You know, when kids in the neighborhood mess with my kid brothers, I beat their faces in with a stick. That's what love is. It's taking care of your mates. Your mates. Love? That's what you figured from this tale? That I fancied her? Well, obviously. It's my story, person, not yours. Come off it. It's an old story, and it is only a story. Stop. What? Man. He chucks the shell in his hand against the wall at his side, his expression sour. Fine. I was just entertaining you as I cooked. That's stupid. Bollocks. I don't want to hear that from your fool arse. Well, it's stupid. It's stupid. Forget it. What? What's this? You starting? Your stone's dropping now? Drop 'em any farther, I'll tear 'em out. Tear out your tongue, too, here. Don't start with me. The boy freezes, hand hovering over his last chestnut. I'll rip your legs off, understand? Don't start with me. The last thing you need to be worrying over is your soul, since I'll rend you limbless if you start with me, and there won't be anything to be holding that soul at all. Yeah, I feel a power imbalance in this relationship here. Not that they have much of a relationship. You start with me, I'll kill you. We clear, person? He quickly nods. I chuckle. You're a crude thing, aren't you? Quailing so tender. I can't move from here, person. You know that. Quivering, he speaks up. It just sounded pretty real. Did it? The boy lets out a loud sigh, shaking as it leaves him. Still vibrating with fear, he fumbles opening his last nut. There looks to still be bits of shell on the fruit, which he does not notice until it's in his mouth. He frowns a bitter frown and calms down somewhat, now distracted by the taste. Some of these are finished, mind? I nod at the fire. Can toss them to you if you'd like, if you're still scared. No, I'm not. He rocks his head. I'm fine. But I'm pretty tired. Could you toss them anyway? That is a wise decision. Let's not trust strangers. I surely could. Also shall, but only if you agree to stay with me till sunset. It's noon already? I think you're getting trapped by this demon. It is. I sit down myself, lounging across from him. He stares, his vision slowing and jumping and trying to focus. Eventually he squints, leveling his eye on me. Didn't you say you'd do it for free? Not this person. I said I'd cook these, and I am. He furrows his brow and frowns. Fine. I'll stay with you. Stop saying that word, kid! Stop saying that word! Hold on, the fact that she wants to keep you as a red flag. Yeah, this is very... you know what? They call you a fiend? I think she's a fiend. I think this is really bad for this guy. The ballroom rattles with the sound. He isn't surprised by it. Maybe I'm too trusting, but I feel comfortable around her. Well, if we consider the world setting and stuff, I feel like this is exactly what a demon would do to trick you. I smile again. So, is that what you are? Tired? Yeah. I pick up a chestnut and throw it to him. He catches it somewhat dazedly. How long have you been gone from your moor, person? I don't know, 2 days? Okay, that's pretty long? Living off of chestnuts? I throw him another. Oh, isn't that a long time? No, it's a joke. Laugh. It's a joke. Laugh. If I laugh, it'd basically be like me laughing at you. Answering with a greater joke instead of simply laughing. You really are a jester. A greater joke? I send one more his way. My existence. My predicament and existence together are the greatest joke in all history. I know this and I've missed half of it. Stop. Such a soft lad. I tilt my head and regard him. I keep leafing through my head book for the memory of another like you, but I'm finding nothing. And I have so many memories, did you know? So many. So many travels, delights, regrets. A boy shouldn't be so soft. The world's so rough, it'll shape him ugly. Languidly breathing, the boy eases into his arms a little more. Or it was. It was a rough place. If you don't know Moors, maybe this world's also soft now. It'd explain you. He blinks. Where I was raised, in my moor, that was quite rough. You know why I'd laughed earlier, when you'd mentioned souls? You know why I joke of souls? He blinks. So many of us fiends are so obsessive over souls. It's just extraordinary souls, not unremarkable ones like the way yours feels. I have to look for those mature, spirited humans. Their souls heavy with character and experience. Wow. Not like this guy. He's not mature. He's not spirited. He doesn't have character. If anything, I don't trust this boy. Maybe he's trying to get a hold of her soul. That's an interesting way to look at it. In the sense that she's trapped in the barrier, she's the one in the disadvantage. He closes his eyes. A newborn soul, for example, won't do anything for you. It is special, though, yes. A newborn soul is quite pure, really. His back rises and falls. Wait, what's this mean? Pax Siena? Pax est non? Exquisite. I chuck a chestnut at his hair. It bounces off and onto the ground. He doesn't even flinch. I look into the fire. I gaze into the fire. The fire. These stupid things inside it. The chestnuts? Yes, these stupid things! For a flash of a moment, I consider turning them back to ash, but doing so would break my pact. No, it wouldn't. I still won't. I would rather burn this thing. This boy. Blasted! Should have grabbed him while he was at the edge! Would it have been so simple? Or do I need his agreement to exchange his life for mine from the circle? Am I forgetting the conditions? This boy be damned for rekindling hopes in me. Pressing my hands into my face, angry, roughly, I glare at him through parted fingers. I breathe out. I can just lunge out from here and take him. I'd do it, I would! I growl. My body still feels the sensation of when I last forced myself through the barrier. The searing into my marrow, the purging of my eyes. And I still would! I'd still lunge out from here. I'd bloody well do it thrice to get out of this blighted circle. Why didn't I grab him before? He was at the edge. Why didn't you pull him in? Take him. I've forgotten so much. Oh God. God. Cry to heaven, What? Is this what it was like? having passions. I want to die. I wanted to leave, but not anymore. But this is passion. Passion. Passio. Passio. I want to die. I'd bite my tongue again, burst blood and drown in myself. Nails in my wrists, tearing and dig and tug and pull out my bleeding throat. Again, to... Whining silence every day. Hey, what's a day? 2 days, he said. What are days, huh? What are months? What are years? I've been here centuries. Centuries? Centuries? Was it longer? Did even centuries... Oh. Quiet settles in, and the wind dashes the leaves. Scraping leaves, scraping leaves. Scrape. Howl. Raindrops falling again. 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 Embers in my hand. Smoke. Sometimes I scream just to hear a voice again. What happened to my life? My jaw is quaking. My eyes are warm. I wish you hadn't come here. Taking my hands from my face, I look at this peaceful. Peaceful. He's so peaceful, isn't he? Peaceful little cunt. Wake up! Throw another chest out and I'm missing. Is this all like a hallucination? Wake up! Another? And another. See me, cur. See me? This body? It does not grant the bloody piece of sleep. I take up a handful and toss them. I haven't slept a minute. Bastard. Son of a slut, bitch, 2-pence whore. I haven't slept a second. I have always been awake. 2 days? You miserable wretch. Had I only been here 2 days, I'd drink a pub dry. Damn you, you hear? When you're dead, I'll find and spit on your grave. I'll plant an olive tree. There, you rat bastard. The language. I throw and throw and throw. Missing. 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 I hate you. Am I sobbing now? A fiend? Sobbing? Why? I dropped my arms to the ground, crying in shakes. For the life of me, I can't remember a time ever crying. I do think, yeah, planting a tree next to a grave would be a nice gesture. It might be different in fiend culture, though. Do we get to see his point of view? Because, I'm sure it looks quite different from outside of the barrier. I'm feeling dizzy. I always feel dizzy when I'm waking up. My mouth's dry, too. It's pretty awful. I smack my lips and rub my eyes. I'm still kinda tired. Why was I tired? Oh yeah, got lost along the way to Dale's. Told Ma I didn't need that horse. He's so dumb. Would have been better just walking alone. Spooked by a dang partridge. Seriously? He must have bolted about half a mile before bucking me off. I open my eyes, and it looks like fog. I rub them again and notice that lady from before sitting in front of me. Is she asleep? Miss, you, asleep? No. Oh, I just figured since her eyes were closed and all. I can't sleep. I look at her weird and flinch. Something rolled out of my hair. Drops on the ground. Looks like a shell? Oh, it's one of the chestnuts? Why are these in my hair? I ruffle up the top of my skull, finding 2 more nuts in a burr. Whoa, did she throw these at me? I look at her and arch an eyebrow. Cheeks are wet, her nose is red, and her ears are low. She looks like one of my kid brothers after falling off a curb. Falling off a curb is a pretty small fall. I can't really think of what to tell her. Maybe I'll just say what I always say. Did you do something bad? Tell me the truth. I wonder what troublemakers his little brothers are. He always says this, huh? Piss off. Yikes. She's in that mood again. Listen, if you got mad cause what'd I just say? She says that like a fact instead of a question. I freeze up. Alright, time to pack up your chestnuts and leave. Piss off. What'd I do? I thought I was being nice. You were being very nice. You want me out of here? She keeps staring at the floor. I'm a little scared now. What time is it? It doesn't look like sunset. It's not sundown yet. I don't think I can leave. But the deal, leave. If I mess up the leave, what am I supposed to do? I don't want to leave. Yeah, he's probably thinking if I leave, I'm probably gonna break the deal, and then that means that she can eat my soul. If I mess up a deal with the fiend, I'm going to hell. Or is it worse? Man, if it's worse, I can't just walk out. Maybe if she... You're kidding. Whoops, didn't want to say that. Good thing it was quiet. See, my eyes are shaking looking at her leaf pile, because there aren't any chestnuts in it. The deal was she had to toss chestnuts to me, and she did that, sorta. I'm out of luck here. I can't leave, lady. It's lady now? Sorry, God. Wait. Did you just call her God? Leave. I want you to be leaving, walking out of here. Go and be damned, villain. I just look at her. I'm biting my teeth together and my heart's going wild. Burn in hell, dog. It's where you belong with all the blasted foul creatures of your ilk. Calm the hell down. She picks her head from her arms and she glares at me. Just calm down, alright? Calm down already. You really are an idiot. Well, you're crazy. Why the heck are you mad at me? Why'd you even talk to me, lady? What do you want? You're lonely, right? That's it, right? She starts standing up. Well, I'm not going to let her look that far down on me. I'm standing up too. I'll even step up to her. I ain't letting her get the better of me. Okay, don't walk into the barrier though. I ain't got no problem scrapping with you, lady. I'll knock your block off. You just swore against my family and I ain't gonna stand for that, alright? Okay, wait. Don't go into the barrier. Of course, I'm quaking my boots while I say this. No, I swore against your race. I gulp and frown. Your entire, miserable, sin-hearted race. Know what I'd do if I got out of this circle? She steps forward. I step back. Yes or no? No? She leans forward just before what I guess is the barrier. I can feel her breathing on my face. It's cold and warm. Kill the whole lot of them. Kill the men, kill the women, kill the babies, lasses, and lads like you. To lads like you, I'll dive my hands into their guts, wrench out their innards string by string, and set them on fire. I'm crying a little. I'm sorry, okay? I don't know what happened to you. I just wanted to know and be nice and... Yeah, he is ignoring red flags like it's an Olympic sport. She leans back, standing up straight, and breathes out. I swear I see flames coming out of her mouth. Airy. Like, if he goes back to his family as like, hey, Mom, guess what? I just met this, fiend. Well, you know, I was missing for a few days, right? And then I met this fiend, and then we talked, and she almost killed me, and I just stayed there this whole time, like, for a whole day. It's like, why did you not just leave the instant you saw her? Oh, hey, Sammy. She leans back, standing up straight, and breathes out. I swear I see flames coming out of her mouth. Airy. I read that already. Are you scared? I nod. Fast. Why? I don't... I can't touch you. See? All of a sudden, she pushes her hands towards my face. My eyes widen. My whole body locks up. What am I seeing? I am trapped before here. Her skin's burning off in a bright yellow glow. I can see her muscles, charred black, turning inside out. Fire's blazing all over her hand. There's white in there. Her bones. I can't watch. Watch! I turned back from turning away. Your blood's evaporating. She grimaces and tears fill up at the side of her eyes. One drop rolling down her cheek, and her hand shoots back to her like it's spring-loaded. She's mad she can't make her victim. Yeah. Although, there was that whole segment when we were in her point of view, and she was like, she wants to die. Can't she jump out of the circle and then like burn to. I mean, it's probably incredibly painful, so she wouldn't want to do that. But technically, that's a way out, right? I can't leave. Understand? Do you follow, sod for brains? She holds up the twisty stump, sticking to her wrist. This right here, this is what I've known too long. Her hand starts coming back together, the melted parts splitting and the bones getting covered back up. There's this popping noise with everything. I go green in the face. I can't kill your people. I want to, but I won't be able to leave here. Follow? What? Why are you trapped here? You have now confirmed that this being that you're speaking to wants to destroy everything in your race? I think you could probably leave this. Well, there's the whole deal that you made, but you don't need to empathize with this person anymore. Would you believe me if I said it was a punishment? If I said it was an accident? An unjust imprisonment? Whatever I say, whatever you believe, it doesn't matter. I was trapped here before the world even had the concept of your more. Well, now that you've clearly said that you want to kill all humans, even if you say that, oh yeah, you know, it was a mistake, they trapped me, but they meant to trap this other demon, I got trapped here by mistake, don't you feel bad about it? Wouldn't you want to let me go? It's like, no, I would not want to let you go. I was trapped here long, long, long ago, and so, for reasons that no longer matter. I don't think you're speaking honest with me. Yes, exactly. I don't think you're speaking honest with me. How's that? Told you before, you need to calm the hell down. How? I swallow, hold my fists tight. How do I get you out of... Okay, this guy's an idiot. This guy's an absolute idiot. She can't believe what I'm saying. Me neither. Yeah. Me neither. But I'm still gonna say it. She shakes her head. You've lost it. I shake my head. Nah, I still got it. I know what I just asked you. The only way this would make sense is, oh, I'm gonna ask you, and then I'm gonna, like, basically tease you right in front of your face. Oh, you can get out if I just do this one thing? I know that now. I'm not gonna do that one thing. Tell me how to get you out of there. If you haven't lost it, you never had it in the first place. I suspected as much. You're touched, aren't you? Look, I got no idea what you're saying, but I'm still thinking straight. And dropping your G's. Shut your trap already. Hush and listen, you rude little pest. I shut my trap. You even know what you're saying? Remember what you're talking to. I just think that I didn't just mess them up. Huh? I did not just mess up the man who raped her. I bored my nails hot into their eyes and tore off their faces. What? And that's not all that I did. When I first saw her lying there, body warm only from the bodies of others and eyes with no spark in them, I set the den where she died to flame. I came upon all who lived in her town and murdered them. I torched their homes and pulled the ribs from their chests, crushed their heads, snapped their bones, stripped off their flesh. If I could torment them, I did it. Not only if I could torment them, you actually did torment them. And in case you're wondering, you're all the same to me. I killed all kinds of you. One kind. Human. Sex, age, I didn't pay any mind when I slew them. Holy shit. Oh, have you realized? Are you finally gonna leave this place? I don't know, what if she comes chill after being freed? It's unlikely, but possible. As a betting man, I'd make that deal. You really like your, like, tight odds, huh? Soon, they gathered at the center of the town where I'd first caught sight of her, as if to mock me, so I melted them all to the earth, slowly. On the night that she died, I erased that town from records. All my fighting spirit's gone. Why'd you tell me that? Why are you still talking to her? You asked! You didn't have to tell me all the whole story! You're right, I didn't. But didn't you want to know? What the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, this guy clearly wants to know. I'm a fiend. Holy, well, that's bull. Is that why you got put in here? I think that's reasonable. No. Really? Yes. Holy shit. That means, oops. That means you did something even worse! I've done many things in my life. Things some find admirable, and others some find despicable. I've put a curse on a family for all their generations, saved a gaggle of slaves from the tyranny of their fellow man. I've ruined a marriage and I've restored another, slaughtered a town and rescued a child. I've done so many things. Sounds like you've done a lot more bad than good, though. Slaughtering a town and rescuing one single child? And all of those I've mentioned, not a one of them is the reason I'm here. You forgot? Oh no, I remember quite clearly. But as I said, the reason no longer matters. I just don't get it. You wanted me to save you, right? I swear that's what you wanted. But now you're telling me all these mixed up things, and what the heck am I supposed to think? You are supposed to think for yourself, kid. What the heck do you want? You gone. I breathe out through my nose and close my eyes. Nah, there's no way. I shake my head again. You've got to be lying to me. I don't think all complicated, sure, but I know when someone's lying to me. Why the heck are you lying to me? I know you don't want me to leave. What happened to you? I look at her eyes. How long have you been in there? I don't know. I don't know anymore. You don't know? That's what I said, What the hell's up with that? That can't be right. No, I think that makes sense. I think it makes sense to me. All fiends got this knack for knowing the hour exactly, the second. It's famous, so what the hell does it mean if they lose it? Oh, I guess it's just a feature of fiends. Nice to know. I wonder who found that out. Hold on. Hold on. Hey. How much did you love that girl? This guy is way too... He pushes too far. I hear something click in her throat. She doesn't look like she wants to say it. Well, yeah, obviously. Shut up. I feel bad for her. Yeah, I feel bad for her with how pushy you are. This is goddamn weird, but it's like, she's so sad. Everything about this lady's sad. I mean it. She's just damn miserable and pathetic. She's so... You really don't know how long you've been in there? Yeah, but she has like a vendetta against your whole race. If you let her out, she's gonna kill everyone that you know, and everyone that you don't know, too. Yes. I think you've been in there for long enough. I don't think you really want to kill anyone. Did you just hear her? Then you're a fool. Quiet. I've had enough of that joke. Tell me how to save you. I reach out and grab her hand. That hand that got screwed up. It's healed now. I hold on to it. Come on. She stares at me. So this is their height difference. You can't really tell this height difference from the sprites, but she's like twice his size. She looks at my hand, holds it with both of hers, and squeezes. She locks eyes with me. All right, time to eat his soul. I need to be switched with another life. That's the only way for me to leave. I put on my manliest face. This inner monologue. I put on my manliest face. I'm not gonna switch with you. Listen. I keep her from saying anything else. I'm gonna find another way, alright? He asks, how do I get you out of here? How do I get you out of here? I don't know how to get you out of here. Tell me, how do you get out of here? She gives the answer. I don't like that answer. I will come up with my own answer. What the hell could you do? I'll plant something in your place. Nothing can grow here. I am a fiend, Damn, right. Wait. He thought, oh, you need to exchange a life with a life? Then let me just grow, like, I don't know, a sunflower or something, and you can exchange the life of the plant. Just bring, like, I don't know. If you think a plant is enough, bring, like, an ant or something. How am I gonna... I shake my head. Doesn't matter that... land's gonna be fine once you're out, right? At least that's what I think. That's what I've read. Okay, okay. Grab like a potted flower from like your mom's balcony or something. Grab the potted flower, bring it over, and be like, I will exchange the life of this flower. Look, you've just gotta believe in me. This guy, who does he think he is? I look up and finally notice that the sun's gone. Oh, your your stall time's over? Was this all stalling? Your master plan? The sun is gone, you can finally leave and never come back? You don't want me to leave anymore. I can feel that. She's really holding on tight. But believe in me. Let me go and I'll save you. She looks at her hands again. And she cuts into mine with her nail. Ow. I wince. Dang. Now come on. Don't do this. I look at her face. She's still staring at my hand. Let me go. Come on. She wouldn't, right? I think she would. Don't pull me. Stop pulling me. I'm trying to calm down my heart. I'm trying not to lose it. But it's hard when she's bringing my arm a little closer and a little bit more. Come on. Come on. Please. Trust me. She digs her nails into me again. Ow. Ow. Please let me go. Please. Come on, let me go. Let me go. I whisper that, not thinking about it. My eyes are shut. I'm pissed scared. I don't want to get stuck in there. I can feel her looking at me, and I breathe faster. I'm trying to be calm. If you're this scared of her just holding onto your hand, how do you think that it's okay to let her out? I can feel my lips moving, pleading. And after a while, real slow, she does it. I open my eyes, shocked. She's let go of my hand, and is holding hers up now where mine was. As she's about to drop it, I toughen up and grab it again. We make eye contact. Believe in me. Got it? She doesn't say anything. I let go of her hand and pick up my satchel from inside her space. We hold a look. I beg you, don't betray me. Please. I won't betray you. I promise. The walls don't shake. My voice don't boom. It sounds like lyrics. The walls don't shake. My voice don't boom. Well, it's trying to do poetry. I take a step back, and another one, and I run out of there. So, they've split up now. How does the story go now? It's cold now. I'm actually shivering. The moon's high. The grass is glowing. It's dark but beautiful. It's quiet, like before. Like always, right? It's just wind and dead leaves. Even animals don't walk through this place. Because there's a demon here, and that demon is the one that you're planning on opening and releasing from that barrier somehow. I wonder how long it's been since people did. At least, this is probably the first time somebody's walked through here with a sapling in their hand. Oh. He brought the tree. He actually brought the tree. I step into the big room and look out ahead. Rub my thumb over a branch of the tree I'm carrying. I can see her there on the floor, her hands over her face. I know she can hear me, since whenever I move even a little, her ears flick. I walk forward. Wiping her nose with the back of her hand, she stands up and breathes out loudly. She opens her eyes, and I'm kind of surprised when I see them glowing. I stop at the edge of the barrier. She looks at me. You look a mess. Yeah, well... Oh, actually, you know, there is a way that this could end up well. The way to get her out is to exchange her life with another life, right? And he's planning on replacing her life with a sapling, a tree? So if you, like, exchange those lives, the tree might become a really big tree and get stuck in the circle, and then she would become, like, a really weak, not fiend. That could work out. Then she wouldn't be able to kill all humans. Juniper tree? Oh, that might be it. That might be it. My belly growls and I sniff. Pretty hard to dig out a tree properly with no tools. Especially one like this. Wait a moment. He didn't go back home? I thought when he was bringing back the tree, it meant there was a time skip and he went home and then, like, you know, he said hi to his family and then was like, all right, I gotta go do some business. And then he dug up a tree, but you're telling me he went and, like, dug out a tree with his bare hands? We both check out the sapling. Isn't that... yep, an olive sapling. I didn't pick it since I wanted to make fun of ya. Olive trees are strong. If there's anything that's gonna take root in dirt like this, it's an olive. Right. Step back, I'm coming in. She does that after a second or two, and I walk into her place. Bending down, I hold the olive up to her. Take it. She does that, too, after thinking about it. I take a sharp rock out of my pocket that I picked up outside and stab into the ground with it, cracking the floor. It sticks pretty bad in there, but I can still yank it out. I do that and keep breaking up the earth. I can feel the lady staring, and I know what she's thinking. Even if I'm a kid, I can still see this soil's pretty bad. My eye's as good as Ma's at least. And this lady definitely knows as good as me how it is for growing. If anything grows, it'll be with awful chances. I mean, right now, the sapling is alive. You stick it in the ground, it'll still be alive. It might not grow, but it would meet the qualifications for being alive. Seriously, an olive is about the only thing around that might. Making matters worse, I ain't got very long before that sapling's as good as dead. The roots are good and all, but it's not... And honestly, I don't know the difference between a good sapling to a bad one. I just sort of went with my gut. So knowing most of that, she's probably thinking of just walking out. That's what's gotta happen, right? 2 living things get in, only 1 gets out. Sorry, but you're inside the circle too right now! You're inside the circle too right now! Bro really has nothing better to do than try freeing a demon with a tree. Yeah, pretty crazy. He also doesn't have any food. He ate all his chestnuts. So while he's digging this hole, she could just walk out. But I'm not going to check on her and see if she leaves. It's not that I'm trusting her. I can't trust her, but... you are trusting her right now? This is about all I can think of. Getting her out without leaving me in, I mean. If I look at her, if I show her that I'm worried, that'd mess everything up. If you look at her, she's already gone. So I've got to keep at it. I've got to break up this spot. I stab and I pull and I dig, clearing out stones and dirt. I pile all the dirt up next to me. Gonna need it later, bad as it is. After a lot of effort, I lean back and look at the hole I made. Then, slow, I turn to see if she's still there. And she is. I hold up my hand. She gives me the olive. I take it and open up my satchel, filled with wet, healthy soil I gathered while I was gone. I carefully transplant the sapling, putting some good soil over its roots, and filling the hole back up with the proper mix of my collected stuff and the dirt from the foundation. Careful now. Careful with the roots. Okay, this should be good. I take my canteen from the clip at my waist and open it up. Oh my gosh, he's getting rid of his water too. He's lost. He doesn't know where his home is. The only thing that's keeping him alive right now is the fact that he has a canteen with clean drinking water. Once he puts his drinking water onto this soil that's no good, he's gonna have to find his way home without water. This is filled with spring water. Took a while to find that. Honestly, it took me a while to do everything. I kind of feel bad about it, but I moved as fast as I could. Anyway, there should be enough here for a healthy first watering. I won't drown it. I pour the insides of the bottle over the leaves and plot, screwing it closed when I'm done, and putting it back up to my waist. That's it. That's it. That's all? I stand up, wiping sweat from my brow. Yeah. We both look outside the circle for a while. Honestly, 1 canteen full of water is probably not enough water. If you're transplanting, like, a sapling? Like, imagine, oh, here's my little canteen. Like, at most, what? If it were bigger, 1 liter? You put that on a tree sapling, it's like hardly anything. Yeah, I can't trust her, so I'll release her into society. She becomes everyone's problem. Yep, just causing... What is this guy thinking? We both look outside the circle for a while. I give her a look from my side. She's still looking out. Breathe. Okay. Well, first, he should get out of the circle, right? He doesn't need to be in the circle. She doesn't move. I leave her side and turn around. We both stare at the olive tree. Did it work? I open my mouth to ask, but close it again when I see her. She's scared. She's at the edge of the barrier and scared. Oh man, I just realized. If just touching it before hurt her so much, how did it feel when she pushed her whole hand through? She had a stone face when she did it, but God. I can't say anything to that. I don't know what that feels like. Man. Seeing her like that, shaking with fear and panicking just thinking about moving ahead, I can feel my eyes welling up. This guy has too much empathy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they should have just found an ant. I just try not to cry, for her. She loosens up her shoulders and puts her hands over her chest. With her eyes closed, she jerks forward. Wait! Her foot passes over the line. My hand is up in the air. I wanted to stop her. I didn't want to see that pain anymore. She jerks her other foot forward, completely leaving the spot. She steps again, faltering. Again and again, she walks to me. She lowers herself and just embraces me. I wrap my arms around her. Her skin warms up all over and she nuzzles her face affectionately into my neck, rubs her nose over my cheeks. Ah, the visual novel thing. The boy and the girl always have to hug, huh? Even though it wasn't really this kind of thing. Well, okay. She just eases into me, weak. I bring up one of my hands and pet her head. Oh wow, we're doing the, let's pet the girl's head. I'm crying. It's okay now. I choke. Okay, right? She just rests on me, taking away any of the nipping cold in my body. She breathes out past my ear. Thank you. I hug her a little closer. I'm sorry. I shake my head, trying not to break down. These guys, they don't really have this kind of relationship though. Isn't he much younger than? Yeah, somehow they're like the same height now. Can I just stay like this for a little bit? You're familiar. You're strong. This is such a visual novel thing. Yeah, you can. She brushes her nose on me again, whispering something. I can't hear what it is. She holds me tightly and we don't say anything else. It's suddenly a romance! Suddenly a romance novel! Even though, what about everything about, like, you know, destroying the whole species? Should this not be a story about, I don't know, encountering something unknown? As it is, visual novels. This would be cute if there was actual chemistry. Yeah, they were kind of like, I mean, they had some fun banter, but I don't think they got past their differences. You're a surprisingly emotional lad. Are all lads like that now? It just really hurt looking at you, that's all? Right. I'm sure that it did. Really, I was quite emotional myself. If Mother saw me like that, I wonder if Mother's still alive. Wait a moment. Oh wait. I think we're from the girl's point of view right now, right? See, suddenly she's hella chill. Let this be a lesson. Always help demons. Maybe if you're like a visual novel protagonist. When did I last see this place from here? Has it really been forgotten? Yeah, I'd never heard of it. That's a good thing. I think that's a good thing. What was it like here? Did you like it? It was normal. Extraordinarily normal. So normal, in fact, that I had to file down my horns just to get around. What about your ears? My ears? What about them? You didn't have to hide them? No, I didn't have to. I only looked fiendish with just my ears. Like an unfortunate halfling. It little bothered anyone before. If it did, I'd grow my hair long. Huh. She can grow her hair long? Why is her hair short right now? Does she have hair cutting scissors? She's been cutting her hair? Doing her hair? This whole time for those centuries? As I was saying, this town, I might have liked it once. Though, when I first came here, I never would have expected to stay. Ah, yes. The boy was lost, wasn't he? You've any idea to get back to your home? Obviously not. Don't get smart. I'll help you there. Really? Do you know where it is? You haven't left that place in centuries. I can't assure you when we will find it, but I'll assure that we shall for certs. I'll take you there. I may as well. Basically she's saying, you're lost? Hey, don't worry. I'll be lost with you. You're not gonna go travel? I chuckle. This should be enough of a journey after standing so long. We'll camp by the eastward spring for tonight. You know of the one east? It's still there? Yup, at least it's probably the same one I'm thinking of. Can you fish at all? Not without rod, no. Then I'll fish for you, but you'll have to prepare it. Can't do everything for you. What time is it? You asked me the time? Sorry, just so out of it. Since I leaned on you earlier, you can lay on me while you sleep. I'll keep you warm. He glances at me briefly and looks pensive. He shuts his eyes. I'll do that. He opens them again, keeping their stare from me. Thank you. I smirk at him. Well, I mean, having a fiend for a friend would be good. You don't actually need to sleep on them, though. You could just say, hey, I know you can make fire. Let's make a fireplace. You snap of fingers, bam. What should I even think? Thought this wouldn't happen. Huh? Am I actually asleep? Dreaming? If you are, that'd be weird for me. I'm glad you stayed. I laugh. I'm glad you're a fool. Wait. I'm glad you're... Like, she's gonna eat his soul now that she's out? Really, I am. I can't say no. Okay. It's the wholesome kind of I'm glad you're a fool. It's alright. Don't consort with any fiends other than me. Got it. Does he really get it, though? I honestly feel like this isn't real. But I know that it is. Let's go, then. My mind has become so lucid since I've been freed. Bright. So bright that it nearly blinds me. But I can tell. I'm happy. No food, no water, no direction, one demon. Would make one hell of a road trip movie. But there's no road either. Yeah. He's probably the only person in the world who would have done this. The sun shines in a different way now. Different from all the ways I've seen it before. I thought I'd seen them all, but this one's different. Much more different. Pleasant. Watching it come up this morning with him, resting at my chest, was profoundly serene. Okay. Why is the music so loud? Even though I'm putting it so low. Okay. That seems alright. It still feels really loud, though. Watching it come up this morning with him resting at my chest was profoundly serene. Having him calmly there through the moonlight made it better than any other time. And now, Amor, bringing with life. That's where I'm going, to guide him. Free of charge. Guide. And after that, who can say? The world has changed, greatly changed. It doesn't feel at all the same. My friends have died. I can tell that from the air. Well, you've been locked up for centuries. Unless if your friends also lived for centuries. Yeah, they would be dead. Dead, and I could not wish them farewell. My kin, too, are dead. On this path, breathing fresh from the winds, I can feel these things, and new things. Though fiends still roam, I know no one, alive, no one. But this boy, here, I think that by him being here, there is company. I want to keep with him, if only ever from afar. I want for his life to go well. And as for mine, when he's gone, I think that I'll go too. Perhaps it is not the best use of the time he returned to me, but I am tired. Tired, but I can stay awake a little longer. So in the end, what is the Juniper? And this is a credit roll. Alright, that's it. I feel like I'm probably too cynical. The story itself ended up going really well. Maybe the Juniper were the friends we made along the way. Perhaps. I'll lower the volume through OBS. There. But yeah, if I were the one who met a fiend randomly like that, even if I accidentally made a deal, yeah, I would totally not want to help release them. No matter what. I feel like there's just too many things that you would not want to release them for. Like, I'm trying to think, like, if it were the nicest fiend imaginable, and they were like, come on, you gotta help me out. I was unjustly trapped in this circle. If it were a fiend, and like the common thought is fiends are bad. Fiends trick humans. Then I'd be like, oh, clearly, this fiend right here, this fiend that's trying to get me out, that's trying to get out of this circle, is just trying to trick me, a human. So yeah, lucked out immensely. What's in the extras? Illustrations, guest art, concept art, jukebox. It's all of those kind of extras. If you don't release a demon, then who's the real demon here? Well, humans are pretty, is it demonic? Well, pretty evil themselves, and I am a human. I'll put on my own BGM. So yeah, as far as like a visual novel though, you know, this was, I guess to give a bit of a background, Juniper's not, I don't entirely know the whole history of visual novels and stuff, but I believe that this is one of the earlier original English language visual novels. You know, being that it was released in 2012, as you saw in the credits there, I think that was a time when there weren't quite as many people making visual novels in English. And at the time, it was more so like, I guess when it comes to English language, there were more like choose your own adventure stories and stuff, or like text-based adventures, more so than the Japanese inspired, you know, visual novel galge type of stuff. So I think this was like fairly early on in that kind of development time. So then I said earlier that I have a lot of visual novels that I kind of have downloaded or like are on my list that I never read. When it comes to streaming and stuff and visual novels, one of the things is that it's kind of like reading a book, right? So there's some visual novels where it feels like it's not good to stream it. Especially the paid ones, right? Because if you buy a book and then like the whole gameplay is just reading it. So I'm gonna have to check what streaming permissions are, and then if there's any short ones that I can stream, then I'd like to do that, like what I did here. Nice little story. 7 out of 10 would fall asleep to it. I feel like there were some parts that aren't very fall asleepable, but by the end it calmed down, yeah. So yeah, visual novels, very nice. Very nice. I also liked how short it was, since a lot of visual novels are like 50 hours long. And I guess I'll save the rest of like the visual novel talk for another stream. Like, a chatting stream, because I kind of have that planned, whatever, next month or something. So this is just the reading stream, so I'll end it off here. For next week, I have a piano stream planned. So music again, right? I used to fall asleep to creepypasta, so this would be tame in comparison. I guess so. And for the piano stream, I actually need to do some settings, so I'll probably do another stream before the actual stream, if that makes sense. But like, the other stream, other than the actual stream, is gonna be whenever I figure out the settings, and then I'll probably unlist it. Basically, it'll be like a test stream, so that I can get the settings right. But yeah. That means there'll be 2-ish streams next week. One actual planned one, and one like test one before then. So look forward to it, I guess. I'm gonna have to rehearse my piano. So I'll be practicing this week. That's all then. Thank you for watching. Until next time, have a nice week. Bye-bye.